I sharpened my pencil till the end snapped off and the graphite crumbled in my hands. It didn't take me long to learn to write my own name, but it was years before I could claim to know who it was glued to. See, I knew that I didn't really belong to this place. Not really. My mum's distant ancestors came here from England or Scotland or somewhere, and Dad, he screamed foreigner with every grain of his rice bowl, especially at the beach, where he wore a business shirt, trousers, polished shoes, and watched me from the shore while I taught myself to boogie board, hoping no one would realise I was with the dark-skinned man who was scared of the sea. When people asked me where I was from, honest answers like Brisbane or Chermside didn't seem to satisfy, didn't sufficiently explain my differentness. Pauline Hanson popped up, sprouting dinky-dye, old-school racism, and people actually voted for her. Meanwhile, here's 10-year-old me, watching her on TV, born here, raised here, grazed here. It never even occurred to me that my legitimacy as an Australian might be under question primarily because my skin isn't sufficiently susceptible to sunburn. Like Mrs. Cane-Toe telling Mr. Fox that he's an outsider, but that she definitely belongs here, no question. I sharpened my pencil till the end snapped off, trying to triangulate home, but not quite sure where the satellites were, like a mobile phone with bad reception, not lost, just disconnected. I'd imbibed society's subtle yet firm insistences that different equals wrong, and by the way, brown equals different. Once, in year 3, I got really excited when one of the secondary characters in a picture book I was reading had brown skin. How else do you behave when the people of your birthplace treat you like an outsider? I trimmed back my hairy caterpillar eyebrows, secretly envied the small noses and thin lips of Caucasian classmates, kept sharpening that pencil. Dad was so busy trying to fit in, he couldn't even teach me his language, and now, years later, I can only scavenge small morsels of vocabulary, like a crow searching for scattered crumbs. I hate the Australian flag, and I'm not even sure why, but in my mind's uncharted subterranean mazes, it's somehow connected to the impossible decision of whether I shade my face in or leave it white. I rubbed that little flake of graphite between my fingers, wondering if this was meant to happen. Should I just write with the broken end, sharpen it some more, get another pencil? In September 2001, a bunch of dickheads confused skyscrapers for landing strips, and suddenly, on the other side of the Pacific Ocean, way down in the southern hemisphere, I'm an outsider all over again. Torn between saying, no, actually, I'm not Middle Eastern, and why the fuck should it matter even if I am? Even in 2013, terrorist jokes are still the number one reason not to grow a beard. But I grow one out of spite, and also because I'm too lazy to shave. I suppose it made me stronger in the end. Nowadays, I don't sharpen my pencil nearly as often, and no one tells me what to write.